How long does it take to get mesothelioma from exposure to asbestos? Hi, I'm Joe Williams. I'm a mesothelioma trial attorney in New York City. And to answer this question, we have to talk about the concept that doctors and scientists refer to as latency. And what latency basically means is the time from exposure to a known carcinogen to the time when that patient is diagnosed with cancer. And to illustrate the point, I want to give you an example. Let's say that I have a cough, and I cough into my hand. I now have those germs on my hand. I then go and I meet you socially and say, "Hi, how are you? I'm Joe Williams, nice to meet you." And we shake hands. I then transfer, unfortunately for you, those germs to your hand. You then wipe your face or your mouth, and the germs go into your system. Well, not surprisingly, 3 days later, you start coughing. Well, that cough, that cold, had a 3-day latency period. It's very similar when we talk about mesothelioma. The difference is the time frames involved. And it's widely accepted by doctors and scientists throughout the world that there is a very significant latency period for mesothelioma. From the time of exposure, perhaps a powerhouse worker working in a powerhouse in the 50s, or a machinist mate on an aircraft carrier in the US Navy in World War II, could today be diagnosed with mesothelioma. The latency period, again, widely accepted by the entire medical community, could be that long. Anywhere from 20 years, 15 years, all the way up to 60 or more years from the time of that exposure to asbestos to the time when that diagnosis of mesothelioma is made. Now, why is that important? It's important because the nature of this disease requires us to journey back and evaluate those exposures that occurred decades, sometimes many decades ago. And it's important to be able to take a thorough occupational history to figure out all the possible exposures to asbestos for a mesothelioma victim. Now, you may have many more questions about latency as it relates to mesothelioma, and I can provide the answers. I'm Joe Williams, and at our firm, we deal with these issues every day. We represent victims of mesothelioma every day, and we can answer your questions, and we'd be happy to do that. So look at the number below and call our office, and we'll answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was informative.